All right, so last time you guys were all introduced to the Garden of Titans. You were all told of a place called the Garden, known a location beyond a forest that when people go missing, they are never seen again. You all were among those that went missing. You all had been gathered, captured, taken from your normal lifestyles, and you were all introduced to this new lifestyle among the forest and among the garden. You were all introduced to a man that bought you named Emal. His name was Emal Lengroot. He introduced you to the Lengroot family. After showing you means of survival and combat, you all proved yourself by killing an entire group of slaves that were essentially brought over. And someone's got mad clicking. But when you guys were killing them and they were brought over, you guys essentially were told that you were going to be trained and that you were going to have to earn favor within this family to be able to earn your freedom. You're going to have to show your worthiness, show that you had basically means to either further this family's name and give them prosper here in the garden, or show that you had ways of, using your skills to gain basically a weight in the Coliseum. You guys went through meeting some of the other prisoners, and in daylight, just a little bit ago, Levette had told Kiki to kill Esten, this Knoll, one of his friends, this human, and he did so. And in doing so was given a gift, a favor. Kiki was given a bow, and in doing so, you know that now you are all beginning your training. Ensley is going to go off as he leaves the manor with Emal, and the rest of you are picking up with this training. You know that now the Coliseum awaits with the fights later. You all were told that training was going to begin today, and that later in the night, the Coliseum fights would begin. You were all met by this individual named Theseus. As he entered, he brought two individuals with this orc brute warrior. As he kind of stands back and looks among you all, he turns and he told you that you were going to fight. He gave you all your gear and he told you to prepare yourselves. And that's where we're going to pick up. As you watch Ensley and Emal walk away, Barnabas, Nug, Pascal, and Rocky, you all stand here watching Kiki walk away, and you see these individuals brought before you. As you do so, you see as Theseus kind of turns and walks back, he strides. Gods, don't interfere. Now, we are not here to kill, but I need you to show me what you're capable of. I need to know that you know how to fight, and you're all not just saying words that are empty. I want you all to strike first. I repeat, I do not need you to kill them. You see, he points at the orc. Him? Do not go light on him. He will be closer to some of the gladiators that you will be facing, though. They will be stronger, and they will try and kill you. He looks at you all. He raises his hand, and I need you 4 to roll for initiative.
Right in the thick of it, eh?
Oh yeah, we're not playing.
My initiative is hot.
Ooh. All right. You guys take a few moments. You see Theseus start to walk. Come on, come on. What are we waiting for? You wait a second, and then you see this bandit immediately take it. I'd say maybe a quick glance. He picks up something in his hand, and you see him quickly move forward. As he does so, he runs here, gathering sand along the way. He continues to move. As he does so, he makes it to about here, ending his movement, and you see whatever he has pulled from the back end behind his cloak. You see him throw it directly at you, Rocky. As he does so, you see this hatchet just thrown. Ooh. That's going to be a 28.
Is that a crit?
Yes. Wait. Actually, am I
Doesn't
even wearing the? Am I even wearing armor?
You are.
Oh, okay. Well then, no.
All right, then it'll do 10 total as you see this this hatchet brought down, kind of sticking right over your shoulder, glancing through. As that goes through, that's going to be the end of his turn. You see him just kind of stand there, readying. Bum, bum. Make sure him. Oh no, I didn't put the music on the repeat because I'm so smart. Got you. All right, so you see the next individual. He moves up, getting ready. You see the orc brute as you guys all rolled great on your. Yeah, you guys rolled pretty crap on your initiatives here. You see this brute. He moves and makes his way upwards to here, and then he's gonna make his way further right into you, Rocky. As he does so, he sees, turning over his shoulder, you see him slam his fist into his other fist, muttering something underneath his breath. Do you speak orc?
Shit. I mean, no.
No? You hear just something faintly. You see him turn over his shoulder and look back. They seem to be somewhat coordinated. He strikes right into you.
Oh my god. No.
We're rolling hot. That's not a... Wait.
God.
As you see this fist just land right into your abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of his turn.
Total damage? Double damage?
It's already been doubled.
Already been doubled.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Oh, wait. So now we're on to this bandit. As you see him running forward, he as well does something. You see, gathers something in his hand. But then this time, he pulls back a sling. He turns and he looks. He motions right at you, Barnabas. And as he does so, he targets you. And he's going to shoot at you.
Jesus. Okay, yeah, all right, he's popping.
Roll below 18.
We're not messing around today, boys.
Let's just all roll.
Is that a crit on you, Barnabas?
No, it is not.
Okay. All right, so you take 7 points of bludgeoning as you feel these rocks and little sand increments just shoot and propel into your body. All right. Your turn to retaliate, Barnabas.
Sorry, give me 1 sec.
No, you're fine. Take your time.
I'm going to add an action to devise a stratagem with my rapier at -1.
Yeah.
Because of the training from earlier. Alright. Then I'm going to move up and stride, and I will use that attack with my rapier.
All right, so you lunge forward. Doing so, you lunge right into him, hitting him. Definitely hit. You critically hit. As you lunge forward, going right into him, you notice his armor very thin.
Already.
15. Okay. Alrighty. Anything else?
No, that's all my actions.
Okay. On to you, Pascal.
Right, so, me seeing that this lizard friend that I seen absolutely demolish yesterday, seeing completely bloodied and injured due to this man, I'm going to just kind of panically, just with the 2 weapons in my hand, with the rapier and the dagger, I'm just gonna swing. I'm just gonna swing at him, just out of sheer reflex, and I'm going to use Twain Feint as he does it so sporadically.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and hit with the dagger first.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It barely hits. Oh, wait, into this?
Okay.
No. That will not hit. That will not hit.
No!
Excuse me.
Okay, alright. Twin Strike lets me attack it like one more time. But the enemy is flat-footed.
Okay.
So
-2.
I can add +2.
Yep.
Add. Okay, and bam. No.
Oh man.
The dice are not in your favor.
The dice are not in my favor as Pascal just panically throws his weapons out and he completely misses. Oh no, that's not good. And he's going to use his last action to step behind Rocky.
You see the orc warrior muttering under his breath, saying something and then laughing. End of your turn?
Right, Rocky. Rocky, just hold on there. Don't worry.
On to you, Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky doesn't say anything. He just does this. Wait, where the heck is my attack? Combat grab. A good old strike with his claws later.
Oh, yeah. That's a crit. That's hot.
Mm-hmm. And you want to know what's even hotter? He grabs him. Yeah, he grabs him, turns him around so that his back is facing the giant lizard, and the lizard ducks, using his body as cover.
Okay.
Oh, no, Rocky does not take the 6 damage.
He's dead. Oh my god.
Yeah, Rocky's
Oh,
down!
Oh, jeez.
So,
Okay.
how much was it? 6?
Oh, yeah. I think he went all the way from fucking. Yeah, like, would you mind if I recalculated the HP?
No, you're
let's
good.
see. Okay.
Just how much did you do to the orc, so I can calculate that?
Oh,
10.
Pretty
He
sure
did-
it was
10. Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Yeah. All right, so you grab him, you turn, you slam him, and bring him around, and then turn him so that way you're using him now essentially as cover. Anything else? You good?
Yeah, 30 minus 10 minus 14.
And he is now grabbed.
6. Yep. Yeah, I got. Yep.
Okay.
Now we're at the correct HP, and that's turn.
All right. On to you, Nug.
Wait, actually. Oh, I have 2 actions left.
That's what I was wondering.
Okay.
Yep. I don't think you can move because you grabbed him.
He has 1 action. Combat
Right.
grabs a
Combat
action.
grabs a yeah. You have 1.
So you've used 2 actions.
I've used 1 because the combat grab itself is 1 action, and that includes the melee strike.
You can't use combat grab unless you've made a melee strike. It's what press means.
Right.
Yeah, mind if I check out press? Oh, that means you can't attack. Okay.
Right. You have to. It's like a chain reaction. You have to be able to initiate the first attack, and then once you hit him, you then can grab him.
Yeah, press means it's a follow up.
All right, and okay, that'll be turn.
Okay. On to you, Nug.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like move and get in my stance. And then I am going to hit this guy with flurry of blows. There's strike 1.
That hits.
23
Ooh.
for 7 damage. And here is the next attack. And he is flat-footed. That crit, because he's -2 because he's grabbed.
No, barely. Barely. It almost crit.
There's the second attack.
That's gonna crit.
Wait, why did it crit? The first one didn't crit. It's one less.
Oh, never mind. I thought this one. What'd you roll the first time? You rolled a
23.
Jesus. What'd you roll on the die though? I thought it was a 19 you just rolled. 6.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
second attack. 6.
So as you punch into him this time, the first one almost dropping him. You hear the wind just. Then the follow-up dropping him very quickly to his knees. You see as he slumps over and falls, he puts up his hand, emotions. You see Theseus, all right, he's done. Emotions just moving forward. You see a guard kind of step in.
That's my turn.
Okay. You see this bandit as he kind of moves forward, seeing this all kind of transpire. He motions towards the other bandit and moves forward. He's gonna go right here, moving right towards you, Barnabas. And as he does so, he's going to go in, and now with one of his other hatchets that he has in his other hand, he's going in to strike you twice. This is with the first one, and this is with the second one.
Oof.
Misses both times.
You just see as he just swings kind of wildly, missing. You see the orc brute as he goes down. You see the second bandit now. He is going to stand here as he turns and looks at you, and he is going to attempt to. Let's I think we're gonna try and hit you with one of these here. Bum bum bum.
Oof.
Negatory. So he's just gonna stand there, and now he's going to attack. So he swings once. Actually, we're gonna move right around here, and then we'll swing. Rolling hot, boys. Rolling hot.
It was almost a 20.
Almost.
Digital dice.
So you see all these things transpire, none of them affecting any of you, and we're back to you, Barnabas.
Alrighty, I'm going to attack. I'm going to devise stratagem against the one I had attacked before. Let's do the -1 again.
That'll hit. That'll crit, too.
And I guess I'll choose to use it against the same guy.
You see very quickly as this one, almost within a very quick manner, seems to damn near fall upon the first hit. As you see it just drop. Whoops.
Holy fuck, 22 damage? You crit again? I look away for like 2 seconds.
You see as he almost, the wind just, as it just kind of stabs deep. You see Theseus as he kind of takes another step into the background. You notice immediately he somewhat has a grin on his face, not saying anything. Anything else?
I think I'll use. No, yeah, that's. I think that's going to be my turn.
Okay. On to you,
Yep.
Pascal.
Right, so I think what I'm going to do is if I move 10 feet and 5 feet, yeah, I just barely have enough to make it over here. This person is still in the fight, right?
Yep. Yes.
All right. So as Pascal kind of misses his 2 shots, he regains his composure. Finally, an opening. I could see something. And he's just going to quickly run up around this big orc fellow, and he's going to go in for a double feint. So he's going to try and strike with his rapier or his dagger first.
Okay.
And he has flanking due
Yep.
to yeah, there we go.
Awesome positioning.
No!
That'll just miss.
Man. Can't make this shit up, man. He can't make this shit up. Alright. And as he swings his momentum, he carries his body across and he goes in for a stab with the rapier. And he still has the +2. Come on, please let me hit once, god damn it. Right. Okay, make sure to add this properly.
He's like, come on.
Come on.
Hey!
Finally!
There you go. Yes, that definitely hits.
Man. Alright.
Wait, do you not get the multiple attack penalty when you do that?
I do, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's
I
still-
get
you
2
just-
less,
Still
my
hits.
bad.
Well, it still hits.
24.
It still hits.
Well, it's 2 less. Yeah, it'd be 26 still. Is
Mhm.
26 still a crit?
Nope.
Damn.
Ah, it's not a crit. Alright, that's fine. At least I could finally jab this in, and I also get sneak attack.
And as you do so, you jab it in just from behind, almost putting it next to his spine, alleviating him from almost his last breath. As he falls unconscious, you hear Theseus, "All right, no more." You see him fall right beneath as you see this blade just, and the breath just leaves him.
Oh, I might have stabbed a little bit too close to the spine.
Anything else?
No, yeah, I think I'll end my turn there.
All right, on to you, Rocky.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'm trying to see how I can measure here. Okay, I can measure like this. So 25 feet would be able to bring him over here.
Can you step over dead bodies? For reasons?
Sure.
Okay, good.
Okay. Yeah, in which case, like, I'll remeasure. My bad.
Oh no, that was for me.
Oh, okay.
Because I only have 20 feet. Yeah, if I could step over the dead guy, I'm fine regardless. If you move. Around.
Oh yeah, and then Pathfinder's diagonals rule is kind of screwing me over here, so I'll still move here instead.
To get rid of those circle things you put down, I'm pretty sure you can just delete them with the delete key.
Oh, thanks. 1.
Fuck them up.
Yeah. Yeah, he runs around and does a smack with his tail. Does a 20... Oh, it hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Nice. As you do so, you slam into him and you hear poof, poof. The weight of the punch definitely taking a lot of, a lot of damage as it slams into him. But as it does so, you see he still stands.
That motherfucker just healed like he's a Pokemon holding a berry.
Nah, I
mean,
took too
he-
much.
like,
I
he
took too
took
much.
50 by accident.
I took too much, and then I had to put more on.
It was
Man
just...
just had like a can of like a monster in his pocket, you know.
Okay.
Slam, slam.
And now I get to properly use the combat grab thing, because I thought that you could just like rush in and just use it for your first action, but apparently not. And then I'll make another strike with the claw.
Okay, so are you trying to grab him, or are you trying to just attack?
Oh,
He's doing both. Combat grab
Yeah,
gives him an
you can
attack
do
and a
both.
grab. He just has to do it on the second.
I have to do a
attack.
strike, and then if it hits, then I grab him.
Yeah. So does this 24 hit?
Right, but you moved, right?
Yeah, that was for one action. The second action was to attack, and this is my third.
Okay, that's why I'm just making sure. Okay. 24? Yeah, that hits.
And the
1-5.
motherfucker's grabbed again.
Yes, Andy's grabbed. So you run in once again, and you grab. As you do so, you start squeezing him. And as you do so, after landing a very basic attack on him, just making sure you acquire the grab, you hear just the faint little bit of air once more. Just kind of, it leaves just enough, and then you hear just like this small pop in the small lower part of his back. Oh God! You hear this just alleviated pain just kind of scream out of this man. And as you do, you just feel him just kind of go limp. His body just kind of slumps over your shoulder. It just kind of sits there. You hear Theseus. All right, that's enough. I've seen enough. That's enough. The body just kind of, it slumps down. Yeah. You see the door kick open. An individual comes walking in. As now, Kiki, you see these two guards hearing this come making their way out. As they do so, what is happening?
Rocky seems a bit disappointed that that little one just went down so quick. And as soon as his breath leaves him, Rocky just thrusts him onto the ground, just pushes him, and his body just skids along the floor.
As it does so, Theseus turns around, looking at everybody, making sure that the other guards are kind of making their way in. You see a few guards come and turn, making sure that their weapons are pointed at you all. Theseus looks, put down your weapons, please. We need to make sure that they do not die on our watch here. I told them that they would not die, and you seem to have almost taken it a step too far. But I like that. But understand that we need to tend to them. You see the guards start moving in, but they stop. You guys put down your weapons?
Oh yeah, I would just stick my rapier into the sand.
Right.
Yeah.
Or into the ground.
Like, Rocky doesn't even have any weapons to speak of, so he should be fine.
All right, so as most of you put down your weapons, kind of disarming yourself, at least for the most part, you take a second and you see the guards, they move in, they slowly start tending to the fallen individuals that you see around you, and they start moving individuals out. As they do so, you see many of them are gathered. Now, Kiki, while this is all going on, I was about to say, you are in there. Before you come out, you could definitely look around while you're in there. Because as you take a minute, you realize that you've kind of been left alone. You look around, and you take a second, and then you realize you kind of have about maybe 5 or 15 seconds. You're unsure, but you could definitely maybe do something. You take a moment, the bodies, you see them kind of being brought away, most of them being tended to, and then kind of being propped up against the wall. The guards kind of make their way back around, and you hear the scuttling outside. Theseus starts making his way towards the group of you. That was a good show you put on. Hopefully you all can perform like this later. There are certain things that I need you all to be able to win in the Colosseum later. Favor is important. You are already on the right track. Election season is coming soon, and we need to win these Colosseum fights. I am here to brief you. Your fighting was good, though you need to fight together. You are going to be fighting beasts later on today. You will hear this many of times, and this will be on over and over today. We will be going to a festival. You will all be shown certain things, and you will all be shown off as all fighters of the Lengroot family. That is important. You will see the lower bars today. We will be at the theater with them in attendance with many crowds. Ulamir, among many of the family members, will be there. You need to be clean and you need to be acting in accordance. You see him kind of move around, being very serious in manner. I do not have much time to train you, though seeing you fight now, I think you can make it through today. He looks through many of you. You all seem to be at least able to wield a sword and a blade, or at least fight with your hands. That shall be good enough. Fight together. Keep your backs to each other. The beast you shall be fighting today will be wild. I know that there's a tamer that has been in town, and I'm assuming you will be fighting his beasts, the ones he has brought from the garden. This could be bears, this could be birds, lions, huge abominations. Who knows? But what I do know is they are going to try and kill you in that Colosseum. And if you win, that is going to be one favor marked for all of you. You all can do this, understand this. You will gain your freedom quicker. Now, as he's talking, Kiki, you look around. Give me a perception check. And as well a stealth check, unless you just want to be loud as shit while you're doing all this.
Sure. I don't see much, I don't think.
You kind of look around. You don't see much. You're quiet, though, while doing so. How long do you want to take while doing this? You hear this Theseus outside talking, guards moving around. It's going on for about at least 30, 40 seconds before you know that nobody's coming back in. You have this whole bunk essentially to yourself with this dead human body. You look around, you notice that there's many other kind of locks and little bit of, storage containers at the end of each footbed, or at the foot of each bed, but is there anything you want to do?
I'd say the Kiki, knowing that he doesn't have necessarily the tools to do anything here, sort of shrugs and doesn't want to lose the favor that he's that he fought so hard to gain this far. So he'll just walk calmly out the door.
Okay. So you eventually make your way through, and as you do so, you see a guard just kind of look over his shoulder, and he's like, oh shit. And then he comes over, get back in the yard, and he kind of motions and kind of pulls you over and pushes you through and then steps back in. You see him look inside, motion around, and then just very quickly go back and close the door and stand in front of it. Theseus goes on. He turns and looks over his shoulder, looking at you. All 5 of you going to be competing today. Come on. Speak.
Yes, I believe so.
Who's going to be the leader? I need someone to talk to. Who someone that I can communicate with. Will one of you be a leader in the arena and in the Colosseum?
Kiki will roll his eyes and step forward. Well, if no one else is stepping forward, I guess I could take that role.
All right. We at least have someone to talk for you all. So communicate with this one. Any motions directly at you, Kiki. Anything you need to have brought to me or told to me, speak with him, have it relayed. So, all of the fighting that you're going to be doing later on, we're going to need you to be prepared. We're going to wash you. We're going to have a quick meal. You will meet with Ulamir, and if all goes well, he will grace you with weapons to fight with later on today. Do not piss him off, or you will be given nothing. Is that understood? He kind of motions over as you all just kind of stare and glare back. Now, Lavette, I know, has told you all and will tempt you with many things. As I see, it's already happened, as he sees there's blood just stained when he had gotten here. We need there to be an understanding that you will not double-cross me. I need to trust you as you are my fighters, as I can get you freedom among Ulamir. regardless of what his interests are. Now, let's get you all washed up and cleaned. We will have dinner. And is there anything that I need to know moving forward about your group?
Well, as the leader, I can say we're all so happy to serve you.
All right. It seems we're going to be taking a short little stop near the market. So anybody interested in picking up anything, and you see as he flips everyone a silver. We'll head that way now. You guys all start being kind of moved through. Bloodied a little bit, battered, but nothing completely new. As you all are brought in, you all take a few seconds, and now we'll go to Ensley. As the whole group kind of moves through, you guys take a few moments, getting gathered up, getting cleaned, moving with Theseus back to the manor and back to the main estate. So as you guys are all doing that, we are all going to now jump to this scene.
We are still in Foundry, right?
Yep.
Yep. Screen's still loading.
No, you're good. Okay. Now I can probably put the party token down here, yeah, so you guys can all see.
Well, are they going to the same market?
They're not going with you. They're not going with you. They're going to a different market.
Okay, different market.
I'll move everybody because they probably won't be able to see if I don't. Can you guys see with the party token?
Let's see.
I don't think so.
I'm just gonna bring everybody down regardless. Yeah, I'll just bring everybody down regardless. All right. So, let me know when you guys have loaded.
I'm still at the training yard.
Oh yeah, you didn't get brought for some reason. And let me Inslee. There. You should be good now. Who's got the loud click while we're waiting on Ensley? Who's got the loud clicky click?
Not me, I don't think.
I know who it is, but I ain't no switch.
He ain't no snitch. He's not gonna tell it. I don't own any vision here. It says I cannot see anything.
Really? You don't have your token?
It said my token does not own any vision at the top of my screen.
Let me make sure you're on your.
He says he's on Inslee.
Yeah, I'm on.
Let me bring maybe another Ensley token in here.
I'm folding it. Oh, now I can see.
Yeah, maybe it was just weird because you were. All right. So, you stand here as you see Emal brings you in. You see that there are 2 guards, and as you stand around, you see that there are many guards. You stand around here and you realize very quickly after about a 20 to 30 minute jaunt that you are in the dead center of a very crowded market. You take a few moments, you look around, you notice that things are not only very bustling, but Emal seems to be very serious. You take a moment, Emal looks at you. All right. I'm gonna be dead serious with you. There's things going on here, and this meeting is supposed to happen any time now. We have word that there's a note and 2 individuals that are going to be meeting at some point, and we need to intercept that and whatever note that they leave before they find it. If not, we intercept them and we kill them, or we just take whatever they have. He looks back at you. You see 2 guards kind of standing around. He motions to another guard that you see in front. He knows, and then looks back. All right. We're going to look for someone most likely suspicious, most likely hooded, cloaked, and you look around, everyone seems to be matching that description. You look through town and everyone seems to be having either some sort of hood, some sort of cloak. This seems to be just very common here. You take a few moments looking around. He motions with you as you guys move through some of the crowds. You stand there and you see a market is being brought out. You see fish, many crops. The farmer moves forward. Does anybody have anything they wish to buy? Anything? You see many people start rushing in. Emal comes up quickly, cutting and flips a coin and is given fresh produce. He leans in. Have you seen anything recent? We're here on business. The farmer kind of steps in. Yeah, there's something going on behind that building over there. He kind of motions off to the northeast. There's been high traffic there later at night after all the markets and shops have been kept up, but he looks right at you. I need you, Ensley, to give me a diplomacy check. As you enter, he's not 100% sure exactly on whether or not he wants to maybe further this conversation. You can use a deception, do whatever, but even intimidation if you wish. I'll kind of leave it up to you, but whatever would make you ease this conversation, as he's not wanting to give too much information with you now here.
I'm gonna roll my intimidation,
Okay.
but it says there is no active encounter, so I can't roll it. So
Just give me a...
D20 plus 5 is
D20
what it
plus
is.
5. Okay. You want me to roll it for you?
Yes, please.
Got you.
Oh. He looks at me. I like shake my fist at him. What are you looking at, you little freaking? You don't look at me like that.
He looks back at Emal. Emal, are we being for real here? Emal kind of leans in. We need to know the information, Jamor. I'm not kidding here. This is very important. You told me that this was of the Langrud Manor, and it involved our estate. If this is something we need to know, I brought help. I brought someone that I think, can trust. And he looks over his shoulder. Though he may be a slave, we're all under the same, rule and thumb here. We all want to gain our freedom, and we all want to get the hell out of here, right? You see the farmer just kind of looks back. I don't know, the guards treated me pretty good. I'm making quite a living in here since I've been captured and become a better man. Emal just kind of moves in even closer. Look, when the fuck is this happening? I need to know now. Give me another. Here, we'll do another intimidation as he looks over, and this we'll do with Emal. As he can...
They were not getting anything from this farmer, bro. Holy
He
shit.
just looks over. You see the farmer just kind of looks. He motions over to this lady. Talk to her. Maybe she'll know more. Emal just kind of rolls his eyes with you and then starts making his way over. As you all walk, give me a perception check. As you and Emal go kind of just striding side by side, you just kind of hovering over his head, just about 5 to 7 feet.
All right. Oh, wow. I rolled on the perception. 16.
As you start making your way through this area, you see a bunch of the guards seem to be standing still. You wait a few moments, and you see that there's a Langrud guard that kind of makes his way somewhat quickly out from the back, motioning through some of the crowds, and as he does so, he makes his way very quickly over. He motions to what looks like, what'd you roll, 16? You see him motion somewhere, you're not quite sure, in a direction towards the crowd. You're not quite sure if it's towards this woman, this individual, maybe even Emal. And then you see him very quickly jaunt towards the right. As he does so, you see him just kind of hang around the corner. You see him just for a moment. He just seems to be waiting. Emal doesn't seem to catch this. Emal just keeps walking the backside of the crowd, cutting through as you both kind of follow through.
Can I tap on Emal's shoulder and I let him know of the guard. Say, there's somebody hiding around that corner there.
He looks over. Do you think that we should look further into this, or should we speak? And you see that this woman hasn't made contact with you. She seems to be just kind of hanging out, just kind of minding her own business. But you see as you both walk up, this individual locks eyes with both of you immediately.
Okay. I say there's too many eyes on this operation. I don't think we can do this right now.
He looks back at you. And maybe we need to wait a few moments, see what happens, find the location. If you think this individual seems to be maybe suspicious, maybe we shouldn't tip him off that we see him and know that he's there.
Yeah, no. Let's lay low for a second and let's get back on it.
He kind of just motions through here as you kind of hang out. You wait about 4 or 5 minutes. You watch the market. It's very active. A few more seconds go by, and then about another 5 minutes, and then you see this guard slowly inch his way back, almost out of vision. You see just through some wooden thickets of like some bambooed wall that's kind of intercepting your vision. He seems to be standing there, and you wait another 30 seconds. Emal looks right at you, noticing that the movement has happened. You wait. Go ahead.
Nothing. I was just coughing.
He looks at you. Another 30 seconds. And then a dark, cloaked individual makes his way towards the very far back. Give me a perception check.
Oh, all right. Yeah. No, I don't see him.
You see a very dark, cloaked, hooded individual. Through the bamboo and most of the bramble, you can't really make out the shape or the size even. You see the Langrood guard move closer. Emal and you both watching this. Emal looks in. Should we make a move?
2 men in an alleyway. Nobody else seems to notice them. So I say we take him. Let's go.
He looks at you and then in a very kind of stealthy way makes his way through. Now give me a stealth check as you...
Yep. Forgot this upon myself. Hold on.
Oh yeah, Emal's rocking hot. He just kind of makes his way over to this corner.
It's a D20 plus 8. I can't roll it for some reason.
Do you not have access to your sheet?
I know I have access to my sheet. It says I can't roll it because I'm not in an active encounter.
Really?
Yes.
What are you trying to roll?
Stealth.
Wait, what? Can you really?
Oh wait, now I can
There.
roll.
I'll just add you
Oh, it's
to
because
it.
No, it's because he's trying to roll stealth as initiative instead of just stealth.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh.
Technically.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I mean,
Anyways,
it's all
9
good.
is
No,
what I
you're
got.
good. You're good. So both you and Emal, you make your way up. You see Emal, he kind of inches forward. He makes his way about another 10 feet hidden. Nothing seems to be noticed. You, though, you wait, you sit there, you start hearing low murmurs of some voice. You can't make out anything. Emal looks at you. You need to get closer. He starts making his way in. As he does so, seemingly unnoticed. You, though, you make your way around the corner and you see this clay pot that stands about 10 feet up. As you fly through, barely hanging, you trip and clip part of this vine, and it kind of just and hits and falls. Doesn't seem to notice or draw too much attention from many people in the vicinity, but it's loud enough that these two individuals immediately turn. You see him all look at you.
Oh god.
He turns back. He motions and squares off most of the alleyway the best he can. There's a slight gap on each way. You see the guard turn, keeping his helmet on, and draws a sword. Emal looks at him. We have no need to fight here, brother. You see the individual behind immediately take off and run. This all happens in a manner of 3 to 4 seconds. You see this guard sitting here. What do you do?
I'm gonna go chase after the guy. How tall are these rooftops?
Total about 15 to 20 feet, but you very quickly. What's your speed? Flying?
My flying speed is the same as my.
Is it 30?
Yes, 30.
Okay, so you take maybe a minute and you catch him a little bit farther down. We'll say, just for map's sake, you catch him as he bends and jaunts down about 30 or so feet, because that's what it would be on the map. You go down and down and to the right. You catch him right before the end of the alleyway, and you look right at him. Now, are you going to attack him? Are you going to grapple him? What's your intent here?
Identification? I was gonna stop him, so I literally can't grapple him.
Too big. I will tell you, he's way too big.
Yeah, exactly.
You get a vision of him. He's medium size, and after seeing Noel, you see the backs of his feet, and with your earlier perception, I'll say that you can at least tell that he's either a Noel, possibly an orc, something of that size or around there.
All right. Yeah, I'll initiate combat. Why not? Let's duke it out right here.
All right, well then, let us actually roll for initiative. So at this point, let's do... Well, I have reflex here. So, give me some initiatives. As you see, Maul, well, you're not sure what happens with him, Maul, but he moves up. All right.
You guys seem to know what you're doing. How do I bring it back to initiative after I messed it up? Yeah, like I changed it to stealth.
If I can. Do you see the new encounter now?
Nope. I changed it to stealth and it's now like stuck on it.
You gotta click the drop down and go back up.
Okay, going back up. Wait. Perception, stealth, survival, thievery. Close it, probably. There's Inslee. Nope, still on stealth.
Have you been rolling the initiative thing to roll skills generally?
Yes. On it, not purposely, but it just so happened to be like that.
Okay, let me see your sheet. Where's yours? You are... Okay, you need... where's it at?
That's what I'm saying.
You have it under stealth, so when you go through, you can just move it all the way up through here. So like what you want would be, you want, this would work right here.
Athletics as my initiative though?
Yeah, to track him down. Or you can do any of these. Like acrobatics.
I'm new to Pathfinder. Is
perception?
that a real thing? Is that like a thing you can do? Is you can replace your initiative with other things?
Yep.
Yeah,
so you have yep. So like your reflex here. So it'd be this. So like your reflex, this would be 19 plus 10. So you tracking him down, since you have an expert in that would be, you would essentially go first in your initiative.
Okay.
So going through, just realize that you have these. You have your saves, and then you have your initiative. So you have athletics, acrobatics, stealth, and usually perception. Those are the ones that we'll most likely use. Sometimes diplomacy.
Okay.
Anyway,
all right.
So you go through, and we'll just say you go in, you grab, or you can't grab, but you initiate first. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to sweep him.
Okay.
I get my full turn, right?
Yep, you get your full turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna activate Dragon Stance real quick. Feet go, and then stance. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Nope, still not work. And we're gonna go.
Are you trying to do your that
Dragon
range
stance?
stance?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
Journal? Playlist compendium? There you go. Dragon. Dance. There you go. Boom. Yeah, got it. Alright, that's what I do with my first turn. My second turn is I'm going to attempt to sweep him.
Alright, you gotta roll to see if you hit.
Yeah. Wait, that's wrong. Don't ignore this roll. Or just add it to that one, but ignore the first one. 8.
Okay, so as you swing through, you see that misses. And as you do,
Yes.
now getting closer, you notice that the cloaked figure is very much so armed. You see that there's jutting gear underneath part of his hooded cloak. And as he kind of swings back around, is there anything else you want to do?
I got one more action, right? Since the first one is wrong. I'm going to... How does tripping work? Can I trip him? You know what I mean? Like, sweep the legs? Is that a thing I can do?
I think you're not. I don't think he's big enough, or I don't think you're big enough. You can
I'm
attempt
not
like
big
a
enough to do
shove.
that.
You can attempt like a shove or something.
I'm gonna just try to hit him again. God. Alright. Nope.
So with all these little tiny failures, you see him quickly turn around, and now you see the hand of a gnoll immediately. Still staying hooded and cloaked, he turns. Why have you followed me? And he just immediately turns and lashes back at you. He turns almost with a striding leap as he jumps up, and he's just going to immediately bite into you. You see these large claws and these teeth. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Dodge
out of the way.
All right. He then turns and he's going for a battle axe. As he swings through, he pulls it from behind and underneath his cloak.
Oh my fucking god.
We're rolling hot, boys. We're rolling hot.
Hi, dude. Holy.
All right.
All right.
Here we go. The little fairy takes 14 damage as the sprite almost goes pop. You feel this and it immediately. No, that is crit. That is the crit. The crit damage is 14. Yeah. So you're not dead. Don't think that's doubled.
Yeah.
You literally take this and it shakes you for a second. It slams you up against part of the like wall that's next to you as you're kind of flying. He turns and then he wheels back in. Fuck it. We're doing it. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Okay. The third strike misses. You see him now standing here, and that's the end of his turn. You see scuffling and you hear things happening in the back, but back to you.
All right. So he jumped how high in the air? How low are these rooftops, I guess?
The highest rooftop is about 20 feet. But
20 feet.
But the highest you can fly, the highest you can fly is 15 with the sinew.
Right.
So you can go up to 15 feet. And you're about like 7 to 10 feet right now.
Right. I'm gonna get up to that 10 feet. Or I'm gonna get up to that 15 feet. So I'll use one of my actions to do that.
Okay. So you fly up, you go up 15 feet. You see as you flap, that's not gonna save you. And you see something in his back that he starts like motioning to.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna kick this guy's ass. Hold on. Does an 18 hit?
That hits.
All right. Roll my damage. 11?
It slams into him, and as it does so, you see that it does a decent amount of damage as it brings him quite a bit of pain. You hear, and you see him start not only reaching for a weapon, but slowly making a descent back, like he might try and start running.
Okay. God. I should have took the giant grappler feat or whatever that thing was called. I should have took that. Because then I would be able to grab this guy. Shit. I'm just hit him again.
Okay.
Or wait. Can I disarm him? Like if he brings out something, like could I attempt to hit it out of his hands?
Do you have anything that disarms?
No.
I don't think so. Let me look.
Okay then. It's all right.
I can double check, but I don't think so.
Yeah, there's probably the disarm action that you could do if you're trained in athletics, right?
Yeah, I am.
I
trained
think
in
so. Are you?
athletics.
That's what I was looking up. Yeah, then it would. I think you just have to roll. I think it's over a 16 or 17 on your athletics, and I think you could attempt to knock one of the weapons he has out of his hands.
All right. Wait. Okay. So whatever he's pulling out, can I ready my action to disarm him so I can like end this action and be done?
Yeah, you want to like save it. I mean, that could be a reaction, or you could. No, yeah, I'll hold that. Yeah, you could ready it. Yeah, you could hold that, and then.
All right.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. All right, so then you
All right.
see he motions for this, and now as you see this, he just starts running. He literally
Oh,
turns and
fucking
he
God.
starts booking it. He sees, I mean, you did a decent amount of damage to him. He's not that strong. You hit into him and you felt not a lot of armor, and he just is going to start booking it. You chasing him down?
I'm chasing him down.
All right.
You guys going down.
Through a slow mix of rinse and repeat, you literally eventually track him down. He's only got 6 HP, so I'm not gonna make you go through and fight him all the way through here. So for the sake of everyone's brevity, you eventually get to him. Now, do you want to kill him?
No, I want to knock him out.
Okay. You get to the point where you eventually run him down another 100 or so feet. You bring him to a point where you see that all he had was just that axe and a small little short bow. Before he even brings it out, he tucks tail and runs, and you see that he has not only just this short bow, but he's not that trained of a fighter. Half the way through, he trips, and you see him drop what looks like some note that he tries to throw away. You notice that as he drops this, you easily catch this, pick it back up. What do you want to do with him?
With him?
Yep.
His hood's off, right?
It can
I
be.
remember his. Is it?
You know
I'm
that
asking.
he's a null, but it's not.
Okay. That's what I want to do. I want to knock him out, take his hood off, get what he looks like. I want to know what who he is.
Okay, as you do so, you pull back the hood. You immediately see that this is a null, kind of small in stature, but as you see, he's wearing a small black marking across part of his face and chin. And you immediately know this from some of the banners that you've seen around, that this is a mark that is signifying the Lorabors. You notice this immediately, and he kind of smiles as soon as you see this on his face. He goes, and he spits right on you.
Yeah.
They'll be here. And he just starts laughing.
I knock him out. Fuck this guy.
You slam right into his face, and in a minute, this weakened, kind of bloodied, smaller knoll kind of just succumbs. People look at you in a moment. You go, you grab the note, you fly back.
Yes, I fly back.
Okay, you take a few moments. As you do so, you come back, and the scene that you see before you is Emal standing over this guard with half his blade lunged most of the way into the guard's own stomach. It seems Emal overpowered him and put his own blade at some point very deep into his stomach. You see him standing over him. Why were you working with that individual? You hear the man, would I die anyway? Why would I fucking tell you? You see him just kind of push the blade in further, and then the body just, it slumps over. He moves forward. He looks right at you as you kind of make your way a little closer. We need to get out of here. We can't be tied to this. We have guards on the outside of the market. We need to meet back up at the estate. Did you find anything?
Yes, I got the note that he was going to drop off.
You take a moment. You look at the note.
I also tell him it was a member of that family.
Okay, you let him know that all was going on. Okay.
Yeah, right.
As you do this, you let him know that this looks like, as you kind of take a moment, this note, it says that there's basically something that's going to happen. You're not quite sure. The scribbling's pretty shit as it's in Nullish writing, and you see some common in there. You notice, give me a... Ooh.
And understand language?
No, I'm gonna make you roll. Ooh, give me a diplomacy check, or actually, give me a cultism check.
Cultism?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing. I only know nature occultism because of my background. Does that transfer to this at all, or no?
Yeah, it's just
Is it
untrained.
Okay. So no bonus?
Nope, no bonus, just straight.
Okay. Oh, no, I don't get it.
You and Amal both kind of look at this, unsure for a little while. You take about a minute. You both stare at each other. You don't have the greatest idea of what this is. He takes a moment.
I tell him I got an idea. We have a Null back at base. We could just ask him.
I thought the same thing. We take it back. I think we get out of here. We meet up. We go for dinner, and we figure out what's really happening.
Wait, hold on, Amal. I left him alive. Did I make a mistake by doing that?
I'm assuming whatever was going to be brought or whatever's happening is already going to happen. We can't even read this note, so we don't know the pertinent of how important this note is.
All right, let's get back.
You take a few seconds, you gather yourselves, you very nonchalantly kind of make your way out. Give me one last stealth check as you leave this alleyway.
Okay.
I guess I could allow a deceptive check too. You could roll a deceptive if you wanted to.
I'm actually trained in stealth.
Oh, okay.
But
no, it's fine. So you and Imal both very quickly make your way out, seemingly unnoticed, where you think that you gathered what you wanted and at least what you needed.
Right.
Now, we are going to time skip as the group that was fighting and the fighters prepping for the Colosseum, they prepare themselves for the baths. They prepare themselves for a quick meal before eventually prepping for the theater. Imal, you all meet up back at the house for a quick meeting just outside the estate where you will all sit there. You take a few moments and you wonder what's going to be next. Upon sitting, you all take a few moments, you gather yourselves, you become clean, you eat a few snacks. You see Ulmir and Imal tell you that the next planned events are going to be heading to Viri. You are going to be heading towards the main city next to the Colosseum, leaving the noble housing, prepping for a 2 to 3 day journey. Upon doing so, you will not only be traveling all the way through most of the garden, but you will be here and you will be presented before.
Question. How big is the garden for reference?
About 300-ish miles. So from about this garden wall to about here, it's around 300 miles. Most of these names are mapped out about 25 miles each around there. So knowing almost each major landmark is about a day's travel out. Anything else?
That's all. I just wanted to know that.
Yep. So you guys, knowing that the Colosseum fights were supposed to take place at night, you guys have taken 3 days. So you are essentially late. So whether or not the fighting is still based on beasts, animals, whatever, that is completely up to you all. Now, You sit here, you are brought, and you notice you are taken to a theater. You are all brought in this caravan all together. You see that there are Ulamir, you see Emal, and you see Theseus. You also notice Esten as well. He seems to be in the caravan, staring right at you, Kiki, the entire time. Every once in a while, he just pokes at you. Just wait till we get to the prison. He keeps motioning over and over about that. There's also another slave that is inside of the caravan that you all have not seen, most likely replacing the individual Kiki killed. Now, is there anything you guys want to do while in the caravan, making your way across this 3-day travel? You guys are just basic shackled, nothing too intense, just overland travel.
Just for reference, we're traveling like in the same place, or like we're in a caravan, but like is our cart or whatever the same as like who's in our cart? So Stan is there. Is Ulamir there?
Yep,
as well?
Ulamir, Emal, and Theseus are all in this same caravan as you are. You are all traveling in one large caravan. It's about 20 feet long by 15 feet. It's led by, it's drawn by 2 horses, and you guys essentially make this trek.
Yeah, I'll just occasionally, I'll just like put on a grin and sometimes wave to Stan and be like, you know, I do have my gift for you, your little tribute.
Oh, I got a gift for you too. Don't fucking wait. You better hope you make it through these fights. Because if we don't fight within the next week, and we have to go back home, and they tell us that we get to wait, you won't even see the Colosseum floor. I'm gonna kill you before you make it there. You see Theseus just kind of slam the bottom every once in a while whenever you start acting up, and he starts basically conversing with you, talking shit. The rest of you, anything before you make it to the theater? Okay.
I'm
You
too
guys-
busy cackling at the pissed off other Noel.
You guys take a few hours after gathering yourselves after a 3-day trip. It's been very quick. There is no bullshitting. You are brought immediately in, and as you are brought in, you are brought to a very, very large theater. As you are brought in, you see immediately wrapped around tons of crowd members, guards of Ancestros, in a large theater that seems to be sitting right in front as almost like a center stage. As you look around, you see many guards, as there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people in the crowds. You see individuals walking up, people buying slaves, individuals being bought, and then you eventually see an individual walk forward and start calming the crowd down before an individual quite large in size steps forward, dark in complexion, almost like a tribal manner, wielding this large, what looks like wooden blade. As he does so, he makes
Large
his way.
like fat or muscle?
Muscle, like all muscle. Like this dude obviously
Jeez.
looks like I'd say a large, like probably like 7 foot, almost like 320 pounds, like strongman type, stature here with just shredded muscle. As he walks, you see him step forward. I am Raim. Silence, silence. You see most of the people here, they respect and they immediately silence. We are brought here today for the Colosseum fights. We know that there are many families, and we know that many of these families seek the elections. You hear the crowds kind of roar up. Now, we know that the Lobos are currently the ones, and you see him bow, and standing right in the middle of the pit in front, you see a small little group of gnolls, all of them marking with these large black banners and almost tabards across their chest. We do this fighting this year in their honor for 1 year of survival within the garden. 1 year of us prospering. We also do it for who comes next. The next family to come into power, whether it be through winning diplomatically or within the Colosseum, both are important. We have this year's new fighters, as you see him move his hand and he starts motioning to the Langrud family as you all await. They, along with Ulamir, say they are the next in line and the most powerful. And you hear from many of the gnolls start cackling. And Nug, as soon as you hear this, it almost intimidates you knowing that they actually think that they are a fucking joke. Like, they are literally laughing at you in a way that you almost feel demoralized in a way. You take a moment and Esten just kind of snarls off. They are going to battle this year for the elections. They are the family that is going to challenge the lower boys this year. And if they win in the Colosseums among the debates, we know that they will become the new family to rule the garden. You hear this large just snarl from this individual from the crowd, and standing quite large in stature, this individual, Faramir Lorbor. You've seen many drawings and pictures of just his stature around, and you see him now just kind of step forward from the herd of the gnolls. That'll never happen on my time, ever. He kind of pounds his chest and looks directly at you all. They are weak, and they will die in the arena, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next week. Any day they meet my warriors, they will die. He looks directly at Ulamir. As Ulamir kind of stands, you all become demoralized immediately. You all take this condition as just the pure, just fearsome mannerism of him just peers into all of your souls, almost frightening you all. As he does so, you see Ulamir step forward. I'm not going to take this in front of everyone. I'm here to challenge you, Boromir. We're going to fight you, whether I do so or my slaves. This year we have some of the best fighters I've ever seen, and they are going to win. You see Raheem. We do not need to show this now, gentlemen. We can do this in the Colosseum, please. We are here to just showcase the fighters, and that is all. Please, let's be on with it. Show them who you will be representing this year. You see Ulmir make his way down and around and step up as you see Boromir very athletically, almost primal-like, leap up and jump onto the front and just kind of land and stand. He steps forward. I'll go first, as I'm the one who feeds you, and then just kind of spits down. This year, representing the lower boars, as always, we have our tribute fighters. You take a moment and you see this large, hulking gnoll start stepping forward. You see many stab wounds and different just markings symbolizing that this dude has just been in many fucking fights. You take a moment, and as he steps forward, his name is Ignacio. And he's taken over 55 heads. You see as this individual is brought forward, you see many scars across his face. He will fight with a short bow and a battle axe. That will be his weapon choice. I don't care if anyone fucking knows. He's the best we have. No one shall beat him again. He takes a step back and motions forward. Ulmir steps forward. My fighters do not need necessarily that kind of introduction. I know that your fighter is a fucking little rat. And he just stares right at him. You see Raheem kind of step in between. almost breaking up what would be a fight. You notice as this transpires, everybody seems to be heightening in tension. Theseus leans in towards all of you. Same with Emal. You all need to understand the importance of these fights. If we lose, there's a good chance that Ulamir could have an assassination attempt against him, if not something further, if the family keeps losing. Eventually, a stronger family will come and take our spot. If we cannot prove to be worthy, we will lose. You are all going to be thrown into the Colosseum, or whatever we ask you to do. Is that understood? You see Emal just kind of eye over and just nod like you all better just agree. Theseus turns his back and goes on and looks. You see Ulamir mouthing off like he would, further pissing off as this keeps going on. You see him talking shit about how basically you all are better fighters and that he will be the new family in charge of the garden this coming year. Raheem moves forward. Well, let it be settled. We will meet back in a week's time, and we will let both families battle the beasts. We still have enough the beast tamer has left here. And then what is left, we will let them decide. You see Ulamir walks back. Same with Baromir jumping down, eyeing each other the entire time as this all happens. As the crowds kind of grow, as bets start happening, you see that different banners start rising at who thinks who is going to win in the Colosseum fights. As this whole course starts happening, you see Ulamir step forward to you all. Does anybody want to step forward and introduce themselves? Make a show? You could possibly, I don't know, win some favor in betting. Maybe have some items bought by the crowd if you, well, put on a good show. It's up to you, though. He kind of steps back, preparing Emal. Emal, we need to get ready to go. We must go back. We prep the fighters. We have a few days to train. And then we fight. We make our way back to the Colosseum. Now, do you guys wish to do anything while we are here? You guys can go up, make performance checks, make intimidation checks or diplomacy checks to try and possibly win or woo over the crowd in any way to possibly gain favor for the Lengroot family financially for any support for the fights coming up. It's basically like how there's diplomatic support for campaigns nowadays. If people want to get behind you, they want to help the fighters. This is not a necessity, though it could help.
Yeah, so it's basically just advertising
Yep.
how good of a fighter you are. Okay.
Yep. Or there are diplomatic debates for those if you don't wish to fight, but it seems as if, let's be real, most of you want to fight. So for those of you that do want to do that, you guys can show off. If not, you're heading back to the caravan and doing your thing for whatever's next.
We're fighting their fighters, right? We're not fighting a beast.
By the way,
Correct?
It just sounds you'll be coming back for what sounds like some sort of beast of fight.
Okay.
You're not sure though.
Okay.
But it's not wild beasts. It's beasts that have been tamed.
You don't know. You know
Why
that
would
there's
it
a
be
beast
called a
tamer.
beast tamer?
Right, you know that there's a beast tamer. So,
Okay. Does the frightened condition do anything? Like,
It's
Just
a
check.
black
Took it.
swan.
yeah, you're right.
Oh, are we still friends?
just until
I'd
you
imagine.
We still demoralized?
Yep, just until you leave essentially. In case anything happens or you guys want to try anything. Okay.
I'll
Uh,
try
More
and.
actions, not advertising his strength.
I'm alright.
Barnabas, you want to step forward?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you step forward, you speak with Emal, and you see Emal, he kind of motions with you, and you step out to the side, and as you do so, he motions forward. You see a guard kind of walk up and very quickly, don't try anything. He kind of pushes you forward. You see Raheem step back. It seems that we have one that wishes to show off. What is your name? say it and step forward. He kind of motions you forward, and he steps back, bowing in a somewhat graceful manner.
I'm Barnabas of House Lingood, I suppose.
You see some individuals from the crowd, they start kind of clapping, and you hear, Lingood, yeah! They start kind of going off about it. You see Raheem kind of lean in. Just make a show about it, whatever you want to do. Now, you can just tell me what you're doing and just roll your check. You don't have to role play and explain everything unless you wish to.
I imagine he's... do I have my blade with me?
No.
I imagine not. Yeah,
You do not. You do not.
So I imagine it's a lot of him boasting about his skill with the blade.
Do you want a
and how
blade? I mean, is that part of your show? You could kind of look back, Raheem, as you're kind of making the motion. He kind of kicks you this little side bramble stick and tosses it to you. It's about 3 feet long. That'll work.
Yeah, I'll give that a go. And I guess I'll roll diplomacy.
All right.
Oh dear.
So you move the
You're too
blade.
sus, bro.
You talk about you talk about how awesome you are, but become somewhat drowned out by the crowd. Noel hears you. He's somewhat impressed, but then seems to just cackle amongst with some of the other Noels. You put on a decent performance, though it doesn't seem to hold any true weight. You see, Raheem, it was a good try, but maybe you'll do better in the Coliseum if we see you again. You're kind of ushered off, and then the guard kind of pushes you back. Emal sees you. That was a good try. Somebody will maybe send something. You're a good-looking feathered bird. And then kind of moves back in. You kind of take offense to that, but it is what it is. Ulamir and the rest, if there's no one else that wants to step forward.
Can I step forward?
Anybody can, sure.
Right, yeah. I want to step forward to the stage.
All right, so you make your way up. Same thing. You're presented. Emal walks forward. You're kind of pushed forward. Raheem walks up. Just tell them your name and what you do.
My name's Pascal, and I'm one of the most interesting characters you would meet. I've got the most slipperiest fingers in the West, and something that could mystify your minds. And he's going to take out the silver coin that we got earlier, and he's just going to try and do sleight of hand, like magic tricks, where he puts the coin in his palm and it disappears, and he's gonna like reappear it in his hand.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
I think that'd be.
What would I roll for that?
Thievery.
Yeah,
That's a sleight of
thievery. I
hand.
was about to say, yeah, I would say that'd be probably, I'd even maybe allow performance. One of the two.
I'll go for thievery, I think. Right. Come on. Yes.
As you do so, the crowd becomes fucking mystified. They've never seen anything like this. And not only do they become mystified, you immediately see Boromir. Where the fuck did that coin go? Every once in a while, and then it comes back in, the crowd draws silent, and then when it reappears, oh, claps and everybody breaking out, and then it disappears again, and it's silence. This is a very low magic area, and doing things like this is borderline almost blasphemy, though there are no rules against this. You see, Raheem, oh my gosh, that was some crazy stuff you did there, man. Kind of looks upon you as the crowd still kind of soft-spoken, just murmuring, and then you bring the coin out once more and then you just go on about it. They immensely love your performance. They take on not only a couple people, but you see a couple individuals step forward, and while this is happening, start speaking with Ulamir. He kind of makes his way back and starts walking in his motion through the crowd as this happens. It goes on for about 5 to 7 minutes while you continue to just kind of do this, making your way around the performance of this small little platform that you can kind of stand on, showcasing, your trick essentially. Raheem comes
Right,
up.
can I do one more thing with the coin?
Sure.
As I'm doing these tricks, I'm going to then hold it up into the air, and I'm just gonna throw it into the crowd, and I'm just gonna say, "A little gift from Family Lingrude," and I'm just gonna throw it in the crowd to try and win favor.
I'll give you a hero point for that too. And as you do so, you literally see everybody hold in anticipation as you hold it up. And then as you throw it, you just see people in crowds just jump all over it, thinking that the coin must be magical, must hold some sort of trickery or something. You see the crowds just start piling on top, people starting to have to be broke up by the guards. They start pushing them back into the crowds. You start making your way back as Raheem looks back over you. That was a good show you put on, man. That will get you good favor. Good job. He even goes as far as to put his hand on you and like motion, like that was a good show, like good trick, whatever that was. They've never seen anything like that. You kind of make your way over and you just see this large grin on his face. He kind of motions to the rest of you, and as you walk back with him, he just looks at you. That will bode well for everyone, not just you. That will gain much favor and coin for you and your friends. Survival may become easier.
That's wonderful. I always had a little finesse with my words.
You all make your way back into the crowd as Ulmir does his rounds and comes back after about 30 minutes completely drunk, as different fighters and individuals come forward of lesser stature, nothing of importance that you guys will be fighting against, more localized fights and things, but you are having to stay here as Ulmir's doing business. He comes back and immediately comes up to you, Pascal. Oh my God, you can just smell the liquor and whatever else of herb aroma on him that has been being passed through the crowd, and he is completely in a different manner, almost like the same manner you saw him on the night you met him. His demeanor is completely changed, and he immediately starts boasting, not only to you and the rest of you, but loud enough as you all start leaving that the Baromir Lorbor hears him. Yeah, we'll be coming for you, Baromir. You see him all just kind of eye roll to the rest of you, as this is probably not a wise thing to do, as you get the gist from it, from his body language. But as you all leave, hearing the chants in the crowds, as you guys hear this walking away, you guys all... Is there anything... One more thing. Is there anybody else that wants to hear anything before we leave?
So on the way to the stadium, are there the following two things? A rock that could, like, a really sharp rock, and a dead tree branch. A nice big thick one. Kind of as thick as a person.
But you mean in this, where you're at currently?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's trees and rocks fucking everywhere, dude. You are in literally like a very vegetational jungle, and they have like carved out their civilization out of this jungle. Like that is the whole civilization. So almost everywhere is like that. Like you can literally, like 10 feet from here, like where are you at? Yeah, right here, like 5-10 feet. I'd say about 10 feet from you, you could grab a rock and a decent sized piece of like bamboo stick or similar to.
Well, yeah, as Rocky makes his way to the stadium, Rocky will grab grab a rock that's big enough for his claws, and he'll find a giant dead tree that's been toppled over, and he'll try to lug that over with his he'll carry that on his shoulder, and he'll carry that thing all the way to the stage.
Imal just kind of looks at you. You're not gonna fucking hit someone with that, are you? Because that god will strike you down if you even attempt something.
Yeah, Rocky is just going to look at Imal's eyes as he struts away. Gives
You walk up and the guard kind of looks at you. All right, what? He looks down, and as you just kind of mannerly walk up, what? And before you could even say anything, he kind of goes to motion up, and you just walk up. Raheem kind of looks. Go ahead.
Okay, so Okay, so see how tense these guys feel. He puts the giant log down, and then he takes out his rock that he picked up earlier, and then he drags the rock all along his nails using a kind of like a whetstone to
Okay.
sharpen it. The sound goes shh 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 shh, and he draws this out for quite a while, making sure that each and every one of his nails is individually sharp.
You see the crowd just on look. Give me an intimidation check.
Okay. Intimidation.
You see as the crowd looks on, you see some seem almost frightened at first, and then they see your kind of larger stature that kind of backs it up.
Oh no. It gets even better. Like as soon as his claws are all nice and sharp, Rocky lifts the giant tree, like the giant tree trunk-ish sort of thing. And like it's about the size of a person, and he props it up so that it looks almost like a wooden man. And then Rocky motions up to where the throat would be, and then he sinks his claws into it and drags really nice. Just shh.
Okay, you can give me another intimidation check, but this one will just be at a little bit higher of a DC.
Okay. What?
You have a reroll with your hero.
You have a hero point. I was about to say, make sure you guys remember you all have hero points. So if there's ever something that you really want, you can always hero point it.
Did he just roll 8 twice?
The universe is
Wow.
decided.
Dude, that happened
Can you
Monday
add
in my
another
D&D
hero
game.
point onto that?
As this kind of transpires, you see most of the crowd very enticed by this, but the overall dramatic effect doesn't really sink in like you want it to. What was that? Sorry.
Oh, I have another hero point. Can I use that?
I don't know if you can double down on a hero point, can you?
Just let him. He fucking rolled 8 twice.
Sure. I'll be nice.
Okay.
Roll 8 again, dude. I dare you.
I'm here for the universal experience, so
Mm-hmm. What? Okay. If that's how.
and there goes hero points.
Oh shit. Okay.
So the crowd once more, as you keep trying, you're like, come on, you like it, right? They become almost, after a few attempts, drawn out and bored with the process, looking for where Pascal went for that fucking coin.
Mm-hmm.
And then they look back. You see Raheem come up. That was a good try, buddy. It was good, though, but maybe not. Emal comes motioning over. You'll do better in the Coliseum. You guys all become gathered. You make your way back. Unless anybody else has anything. Any last chirpers? No? Okay.
I won't do anything, but I'll just like talk to his stand and be like, I noticed you didn't go up. Are you a bit shy?
He just motions the fuck over. Don't you fucking talk to me. I'm gonna kill you when we get back to the prison. He looks right over at this knoll right next to you. You better fucking help me. You're gonna ride with this one? He killed my mate. And he just
Your
slings
mate?
back over. And he just eyes you as he slides back over. That's all he says.
Hey,
You guys gather yourselves back. You make your way through the crowd. Ulamir trying not to overly zealously brag about you all too much before leaving. And as you guys are all leaving and you guys make your way all the way through the crowds, everybody give me a perception check. as you see many individuals in the crowd and many things happening. Okay.
Hot.
Nice. Rocky, roll me a perception.
Okay.
Enzo, you can too if you want. All right, so you guys take a moment as you guys are walking out. All of you except for Nug and Pascal, you all notice an individual that seems to be in the crowd, hooded, and it makes his way as soon as you guys start leaving right towards the Lorabor family. You notice that they seem to be staying. They seem to be not really leaving, at least quite yet. And as they do so, you see this cloaked, hooded individual come up. He motions directly back towards you all and points, and then motions towards you as he begins speaking to Baromir. As he does so, this individual you do not notice. Nobody seems to recognize with any of those perceptions or anything, but you do notice that this is at least happening. You guys make your way through. You go back through and join into the caravan, and you guys leave. You guys trek another 3 days back to the Langrud estate, where you guys at this point have prepared and trained for a few days now, preparing for the Colosseum fights, and you have one more night before you all leave. You all have been gathered at the Langrud estate at the main manor inn for a dinner, the last feast before you all will be brought to the Colosseum for your fights. As you all have been brought here, you all sit with guards surrounding you. You sit looking around and you notice individuals around the table, as well as Esten and some other slaves that you have seen that have been in the holding prisons with you before. As you stare on looking, you take a second and you realize that many members of the family are here, if not the entire family of the entire estate, preparing for this, the last dinner before the last night, before you all head to the Colosseums. As you sit here, a note is brought forward. He sits. Ulamir seems to go through and read this. He shakes his head. It seems that no one can read this. You see Ulamir stand forward at the beginning of this dinner. No, we need you. Can you read?
Which Knoll?
He points then after saying this directly at you.
If it's a Knoll, yeah. In common.
I believe it is. Can you read?
I'll read it. Yeah, I can read.
He passes it down. You see a guard motions his way over and then brings it all the way down and brings it to you. He lays it on the table, and as you do so, you read it out loud and you go through.
Yeah.
You go through it, and the note basically goes through and says, in your immediate, I'd say, deciphering, that there is some attack at night. Runs. You see different words. You're not quite sure. Scribblings. You notice that there is something that is an attempt. You see the word Olamir. You see his life. You start piecing together that there will be maybe an attempt on his life. You start going through and you start realizing that it's kind of deciphered in a way. Give me a occultism check.
Occultism?
Yep. barely good enough. You barely depict that this note wrote in Knoll, for sure, deciphered in a way, explains that there's going to be not only an attack at night, but that there are some guards that are in on this. As you say that out loud, many of the guards kind of shift in a very uneasy manner. You also go on and you say that you believe that they are going to be after Ulamir, and that you think that something or someone will be making this attempt before the Colosseum fights, or possibly after. You're not exactly sure, but an attempt to happen at night. With that low of a check, though, that's all you really know. And how much of that information you can believe to be 100% sure is up to you. Now, as you read this out loud, Ulamir and Theseus immediately look around at all of the guards, taking immediate kind of recollection of what's happening around them. You take a moment, you look, and you see Ulamir kind of walk around. So, some of my gods are in on this. Do you know anything about this Knoll? He looks right at you, and he's speaking to you.
Like, the letter has some weird codings in it. I can't understand some of it, but it does say guards. I have no idea which guards, because I don't know any of them.
If you were to say right now, do you think any in this room are out to kill me? You see just a quiet nothingness is said, and then you see Maul, he kind of steps out of his chair for just a second. I haven't seen anything different, sir. Kind of then sits back down. He motions towards the rest of you. What about the rest of you? You've been here for about a week. You've been around the grounds. You've been training. Is there anyone that seems off? I need everyone here to give me a recall knowledge check to see if while there was any downtime, or while there was any time you were training or doing anything on the grounds here, or while you were traveling or anything, if there was anything that you guys saw or maybe remembered that was off.
What kind of recall knowledge?
Yeah.
Sorry. Let's do intelligence. Or
Just flat
just flat intelligence.
That does. I don't think that exists.
Oh, sorry. How would you roll that?
You
I'm
would
just trying to find a macro.
You need to pick an intelligence skill.
Well, then let's just do with society then.
Yeah, society.
We'll do society or sorry, my D&D 5e coming over. Aren't even allowed diplomacy. It doesn't matter. Either one. Up to you guys.
Oh man, I'm rolling bad tonight.
Okay, everybody's got to have those nights because I get to roll hot. So.
Can he start the first combat with crits?
Okay. What was that? What'd you say, Nug?
I don't want to be crit. Please stop.
All right. So, as you guys remember, Barnabas, you remember that actually in this room right here, you remember that the guard that actually went and handed the note to Knoll or to Nug, this one back here, you remember him doing a lot of weird, shady shit around the gate during odd hours when you guys were being brought to and from your holding cells.
This guard in particular has been rather shifty.
Ulamir kind of stands up. Really? This one? And he kind of just points.
Yes.
As soon as you motion to that, you see this guard. He lunges right towards Levette. As that happens, you see Theseus just pull a small little blade and just kind of lunge it right up in between the guards and the kind of plates that he has in between his chest and his abdomen. You see this guard immediately just kind of slump over as he just daggers him more and more over repetitively. And as he does so, you see this guard just fall.
I suppose that proves the veracity of my statement.
He looks at you.
The irony that he's the one that handed me the note.
Irony for sure. He had a chance to rip it up or even hide it. Huh.
Thank God it was in something he couldn't read.
Well, now that we are here among friends, let us have our dinner. As you see Theseus just kind of bring the body over to the corner and then sit it down and then go back to his chair.
Sir, would
Oh,
it
just
be
nothing
wise-
happens, of course.
Would it be wise to eat the food when the guards are compromised?
You immediately see, as that is said, everybody looks at their food. Well, then, you see Ulumir just kind of take a step back. That might not be what we want to do. Maybe we don't have the dinner. Maybe we, Alright, how about this? I want to just appreciate all of you. The food will have brought to your prison cells as you rest. I want to thank the showings you all put on the other night, and I want to show my appreciation. You all have done many great things for me, so let me show that gratitude back. You are going to put your life on the line for me, and I appreciate that. And in doing so, I want you to have this. You see, he goes and motions over to a table. He pulls open, and then he pulls out this large chest. He motions to a guard, starts snapping his fingers a few times. Bring out the items that I prepared earlier. He makes his way around the table, carrying this large chest, and as he does so, he stands in the middle. He stands there looking at you all. You all are going to do many things for me. You're going to need some things. We acquired close to 100 to 200 gold pieces from the event the other day. These were items that we were able to get with them. Divvy up the gold however you wish. Divvy up the items for the fights however you wish. Take what you want, whatever's left, we can sell, or you can just keep as safekeepings. For if you ever gain your freedom, I'll give you this. And I keep my word, many other families would kill off their slaves before even allowing freedom. But he looks around and he looks back at Emal. I honor my word, don't I, Emal? You see Emal just kind of motions. Esten is one fight away. Emal, he's one favor away from his freedom. My family, we are an honest group. I promise you that. Take these items. You've gained my trust. He goes back, sipping a drink. Now, rest tonight. We fight very soon. We have decided that the fights are going to all happen at once due to the elections and things happening. You are going to fight against the animals and maybe even the tamer if you make it that far. That will gain you one favor. Directly after that, the following day, you are to do the Colosseum fights against the other families. That will also gain you favor. Winning those 2 fights, you will gain 2 favor. You need 3 favor to gain your freedom. Between now and then, find a way to prove your worth to me. In doing so, could be a way, find your way outside of this garden. To create a life anew, changed from your experiences here. Takes a long drink. Go rest, sleep, and think about it in your cells. He turns, he motions for you all, and a guard that comes walking in, and after a few seconds, drops many items onto the table, or onto the floor, excuse me. And as he does so, you see them just kind of and slam down to the ground. He brings them down, drops them, and then steps back. Now, you guys can easily. You guys have access to this.
Talk about the chest, yeah.
You guys can divvy this up however you wish. You can take a few moments here. This is your loot, essentially, that you guys acquired.
I'll fight you guys in real life for that Cheetah's elixir. I just want you to know that.
Cheetah's elixir?
Yeah, I need that.
How's the elixir strengthening incite the muscles in your legs? Dude, I'm all about kicking, first of all. Hold on.
One, it gives you movement speed. You have the most movement speed. I have the least.
Yeah, you can always use. You can always use more movement speed, I think.
Yeah, but I don't have 20-foot reach on my melee. Okay.
Elixir of life. Elixir of life acceleration. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I'm thinking for Rocky, the bola and the net would be pretty interesting to use.
Take the javelin in the net and just be like an actual gladiator.
Just remember, you guys literally, there's quantities. So remember, you guys have just the armor you guys were given in the training yard and that weapon. And that's basically it, other than the one item you were given the other day. So aside from that, this is now your inventory, essentially. So this is what you're going to be fighting with. These are like your options.
The rogues have access to fucking, what's it called? Martial weapons?
You training, Marshall?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Only in specific ones, I believe. Only the rapier and the short bow, I believe. So yeah, I'm kind of limited here.
I trained in martial weapons?
I think I'm only trained in certain ones.
Damn. Who? Because there's a bladed scarf. Like, somebody should.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Like, I would love a bladed scarf. Let me see.
I think I'm proficient in martial
That's a
weapons.
weapon.
Warpian whip. That's so badass. I can use literally like none of this.
The scarf looks really fucking cool, though.
With the
yeah, it's
advanced
finesse as
weapons I
well.
can't use.
How much damage does it do, though?
The scarf, or
That's a good question.
Because it's not.
scarf does 1d6, so that does like equal damage to my rapier.
And it's cool.
Disarm, finesse, reach. Oh, it has reach on it. Ooh.
Are you proficient in martial weapons?
Alright, I gotta check this one.
I think the only one. I think Rocky and maybe Kiki are.
Yeah, I think those are the two.
Wait a
I'm
second.
proficient in martial
If I wanted
weapons as
to
well.
if I wanted to take the net, how would I even hold it?
Very carefully.
Oh my god, no! You can't use any of these.
No,
I literally can't use any of it.
Like, it literally says in the description of the net you could use it either on its own or you could attach it to a rope.
Yeah, I have the rope. That's the only thing I took last time. But
Yeah, but you have to realize, like, he's the size of Tinkerbell.
I'm literally.
Can I like pocket
like
the
4
scarf
inches
for
tall.
future use?
I don't. Yeah, I don't think the logistics of this game have gotten to the point. I think this is sort of an unrealized potential here.
I'll take the bladed scarf, I guess, if no one else can use it.
What, that you're really tiny?
I'm really tiny and I can't hold anything.
You got to get stuff. So with you, you're going to need to, that training yard?
Yeah.
You're probably going to need to get something like, above table. I would probably just be like, yo, I might need something made, or hey, let me
that I can stab people with.
yeah, like I'm sure that we could you could just shrink like one of the where's it at? That dueling sword. I mean, that one could be shrunk down.
I mean, I can't use a weapon and I can't wear armor.
Well, you're the one who wanted to play it, brother.
Why did I pick this fucking stupid character?
You don't need things to be.
Can I pocket the cheetah's elixir, actually?
Motherfucker!
Hey, okay, look.
For life.
I have the flank, and I have 25 feet of movement.
Yeah, you don't.
Here, I'll
need
open the
flank
chest
by
so everybody
grabbing
can
people.
see it.
I have master athletics. I can grab people, and then you could sneak attack all day on whoever I grab.
Right, that's fair. That's true. That's true.
The hell's a bola? Hold on.
It like ties
it's
up your
like-
feet.
Yeah, it's like it's 2 steel balls attached to a.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. Thank you.
If none of the monks want the guitar, I'll take the guitar.
The guitar, huh? Is that the only? Wait.
Does have
everything is martial.
It
Is
does
that like
have
skill feat to be proficient in certain weapons?
I have no idea.
Spike chain, huh? 4 foot.
Wait, the
I
guitar
can use
is
this?
uncommon. So does that
I
mean
can use the spike chain. That's sick. Hold on.
Yeah, wait, how do you take the weapons or whatever?
Probably
Click and
drag.
You can click
Yeah.
and drag them. So make sure
Okay.
you just make sure you don't take more than the quantity, but
Okay. Yeah, I'll just take 1 net and 1 bola. Probably a spiked chain, but I don't think I need much.
I'll take the plated scarf because it's an upgrade.
All right.
Yeah, I actually don't know if I can use a lot of these.
All right. Can I take the spear frog poison? No, no.
people
arguments
are
at
taking.
level.
You better start taking. I
Yeah,
see
that's
items
true.
just being dished out with our no fighting happening. So if
Yeah,
somebody wants
yeah,
it,
let's
you
grab
better.
some stuff.
What's the damage of the guitar without deadly on it?
D6. I think it's just still D6.
Ain't worth it. I don't need it. Whoever wants a guitar can take it.
It's just a D6.
Wait, are we taking only 1 item from this, or?
You can take however whatever you want.
I don't.
Oh,
I
Whatever you
certainly
want.
wanted the cheat elixir.
Can I use the guitar even though it's
I
as
can take them
uncommon? I don't really know.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah,
You can use it.
Yeah, it's uncommon
Okay.
means you're just not going to see people using guitars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
okay,
just the
okay.
rarity of it. It's just it's
Yeah,
just
I'll definitely take it.
Wait, can I use an asp coil or no?
I
It's
think you
martial.
can-
an ass coil.
And it's what it's called, okay? Asp. All right.
Yeah, it's reach and it has 2 forms.
That's pretty sick.
That's cool, but anybody, what's it? 2 forms how?
You turn into its side and it's another form.
Yeah, if anyone, like who's played Soul Calibur?
Yes.
Me.
Yeah, it's
like
Ivy's
the-
sword.
Ivy's sword.
Nobody wants the scythe, the switchblade version of a scythe.
It's an advanced weapon, so I don't think anyone's proficient with it.
Yeah, but it's just the cool factor, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys take your moments, eat no food, gather
I'll take the
yourselves.
fucking elixir of life, I guess.
Wait,
because nobody's
Yeah, well, the
No,
rogue has
food.
fucking poison now, so be careful.
No, food. Blasphemy.
Hey, I mean, you want to eat the
Three elixirs of
potentially
life
poisoned food? All right. I'm not gonna.
Oh, the poison is such a clutch. Well, actually, it doesn't do that much. What happens if you drink?
Remember,
Can I
there's
apply
2
it
more
onto
potions.
an arrow?
There's
Is
2 more
that a rule?
health potions.
Yeah.
Potion to weapons. PF2.
Nobody else gonna take these. I'll take the last 2 potions of healing if nobody wants them.
I'll take one. Can I just take one somehow?
Yeah, you just click and drag and a little box pops up.
Okay. One. Move items. There you go.
All right, so you guys good?
I think so.
Okay, so you gather your things, you equip them, you make sure they fit, you like them. The guards kind of just make sure as you go through. The family on looks as Ulamir every once in a while just actually eats his food for getting drunk here and there. Doesn't seem to have any effect.
Eyes.
He goes on. Doesn't seem to have any effect on him, at least. After about an hour or two of you guys gathering, you guys hear some of the lore from the garden, some of the basics that he kind of goes through and talks about. Just, the family, the banners, the elections, the fights, the debates, the basics of, becoming a family, the maturity of how the Langroods have become in their, blah, 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 blah. He goes on and on and on. And at the end of this, you see that there is a very smallish, almost kind of looking, I'd say, individual. You see as they walk up, they come in and they immediately go up to Levette. I'd say this individual, maybe Pascal size, maybe a little bit bigger, still medium size, but comes up and kind of kneels down next to Levette, says something, and she mentions something or whatnot. And Barnabas, actually, all of you can see this. All of you guys give me a perception check. As you see this individual kneel down, you all see him kind of put something in front of her on the table, and no one really seems to notice. And now that there is, no guard back in this corner.
Dude, me and perception checks. I don't think I've rolled a single one that's been good. Both sessions we've had.
The only 20 I've had this whole campaign is on this fucking perception check.
Okay, so Ensley, you and Kiki, both of you, while you're sitting here, people looking at their items and whatnot, you both catch this. As this individual sits down, you notice that he puts something on her table, and then as he does so, there's this faint red, almost like dust, that tips out and pours right into her drink right in front of her, right out of his sleeve. You see it kind of dropped. Go ahead.
Is she picking it up?
She's talking to the individual, and you see this paper or parchment or whatever that is handed, and then you see him kind of bow and then stand up off his knee and like go to motion to step back.
I stand up immediately.
I dart here and I grab him by his shirt.
You see Ulmir, he kind of just watches abruptly as all this is going on, as some of you moving about, just kind of watching and moving with your gear. He sees this and you grab him and he just kind of looks up. What? And he just kind of seems immediately just kind of frightened in a manner of this small creature just kind of grabbing him, not really sure what you are.
I yell to whoever's drinking up poured it and say, don't put that drink to your lips. It has been altered.
Levette and Theseus kind of look at you, and then Theseus just kind of leans forward. Hers or mine?
It was hers, wasn't it?
Yeah, you kind of motion over to her, and you say, it must be hers. And he kind of looks at it. He kind of picks it up and holds it under one of the candle lights. There is some sort of coagulation at the bottom of this.
Ew.
He just motions right over to him with his hand, and he points his finger. Kill him. He starts walking over. You see Ulmir pull this longer short sword from his waist. He holds it up. Who sent you? Why are you here? He just kind of looks around. He motions towards, he makes a dash towards the table, looking like he's going to try and like grab the drink or do something, and Ulmir just slides the blade very easily right into his abdomen, right on top of the table, right next to Levette. You see she kind of like stands back in like disgust, blood everywhere from now the guard behind her, now on top of the table. You see as he falls, he just kind of stares. Ulmir takes a step back. This is now another time, as he starts wiping the blade, as he starts to sheath it, that you have eluded me to good knowledge. He looks over at Esten. They're starting to gain on you in favor. He sheathes his blade. I will remember this. And he walks forward. The body, as another guard comes, they start picking it up. Our dinner is done. I think this is a good time to call it. We are not really getting anything done. Back to your cells. Early in the morning. We are to send off for the Colosseum. Be prepared. We will leave no matter what. We must show our strength. For if we do not show, or if we do not fight, we will not be able to win the election at all. I need you all to win. I need you all to show that the Langroot family is strong. And on those last words, you see him go over to the door. He opens it and walks out. At this point, you guys are all taken out of this manor of your doorway. Oops. And you guys are all led here. Whoops. And then you guys
about to become a prison bitch?
No.
No.
Well, we'll see. I mean, that's up to him. He may be. You guys are all led outside with this guard.
It's dark out.
It is dark out.
Thank God I have scent. Or I'd be panicking.
Kiki, where'd your token go?
I'm right there. I'm right with everyone.
Oh, there you are.
Between
Jesus,
Rocky
Jesus,
and
my bad,
Barnabas.
my bad, my bad. I'm like, what? You guys go all the way down. And as you guys do so, you're all shifted. You guys are brought to this building.
Can't see shit.
Yep. It'll matter when it's daylight, though.
How are they seeing shit?
Because this guard can see shit. You are brought here. Into a doorway. And as you are brought to this doorway, you are all clothed with this small, I don't want to say it's like a hood, but it's basically like this small bandana. You are brought into this doorway. You hear a door close. As this happens, Kiki, you and Ensley can still see through this scarf. It is very weak. It is very kind of, it doesn't serve the greatest purpose. They lead you, from what you can feel, downstairs. After a few steps, you guys travel all the way down through these steps, down and around, all the way back to what you know to be your prison. As soon as this happens, you are brought and put back into your cells, upon which you hear the door finally close behind, as you are now back into your cell. You have your items, you have your things. The guards have allowed you, and Imal says that with preparations to keep them with you for training purposes in case you wish to do anything. As they sit around, you guys prepare for sleep. You wait 3 or 4 hours. Are you guys all in your rooms? Situate yourselves how you would be. If you guys would be talking, if you would be conversing, if any of you are making out in rooms together, by all means, do however you guys all wish to do.
I definitely like try to talk with whoever's willing to, and sort of lean against the wall.
Okay.
Be like, well, I seem to have asserted myself as the leader with Theseus, and well, to be honest with you, I'm not a people person. Yeah, not. I don't make the best impressions, as you could tell with the stamp.
Snorts.
It was all by chance, Orc. Okay, don't be too proud of yourself. All right. If I was there, I'm sure I would have been voted leader easily. Right.
Voted. You
How
sort
about
of
we
just.
pause about this leader shit? Inslee, what's the fuck your deal with beasts?
I lived in a small, I'm a small guy. We had small houses. Beasts would come through, just like you, Nug, all right? And they'd come through, they'd destroy our shit, take our honey, take our whatnot, and they'd leave, all right? I'm just not thrilled with beasts. I don't know.
Oh, so it's not a moral thing.
Oh, you're talking about, I thought I was talking about you guys, but no, I have a moral quarry with, beasts that don't know better. Yeah, I'm not gonna go in there.
Are you a bee? You said you make honey.
What's your opinion
We
on
have
mercy?
honey.
That is quite concerning.
What's your opinion on mercy killing?
Mercy killing.
Yeah, like if I was
it's not
trapped in a bear trap and there was no way
you
to
know-
save my life, would you put me out of my misery?
generally, I am not. We didn't live in an environment where we had to do a lot of this. All right, I'm figuring out my way. I think that if you were stuck in a bear trap, I would try to get you help as much as I could. I don't think I could. I don't think I'd
that's
bring
not an
myself
option.
to kill you.
This is a hypothetical. There's no help. We're alone in a tundra. I'm gonna freeze to death in agony, where you can end me.
Freeze. Or I could end you. Some more quarry for Inslee. I'm not looking up coin flip.
Well, in that situation, surely you would just nurse them back to health.
That's not an option. Inslee's not a doctor, Barnabas.
Hypotheticals don't work on these medieval folk. They just don't get it at all. We just help you. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you keep the honor and you save your friends.
My
I
point
think this one's easy.
The point is, if that does that okay.
Might have to amputate a leg in the process, but
There's no. No. There's no saving me. I'm dead. I'm dead in 2
You're
hours.
bleeding. You need a bandage. Fix your it up.
Dead now without the 2 hours of agony.
if you're already dead, then what are we there for?
What are we gonna mercy kill you?
We would give you the best funeral you would imagine. Don't worry.
Yeah, while you watch me writhe in agony for 2 hours until I finally croak, man, you guys are great.
Man, I didn't know Knowles cared so much about that sort of thing.
Okay, what are hyenas? Could you explain what kind of animal hyenas are for me?
I don't know what that is. I
At
don't know.
this
Dog?
point, you're
It's like a dog-like
You're making
creature.
up words.
on a door.
Hyena?
Words?
Dude,
You don't
we
know
can
what a
all
hyena
make up
is?
words.
I'm a fucking knoll.
Oh.
You don't know what you know what a knoll is, but you don't know what
Here once again.
You're just making up words now. You're delirious.
We can all make up shit. Okay.
Yeah, I hear hyenas. You know, the women.
A door kind of opens. We have a couple of guests that say they want to talk about the fights tomorrow. You see a guard kind of steps back. You see Esten and 3 individuals.
Who's got a new entourage?
Sorry to break up the party, boys. Heard you talking about whatever the fuck you were in here jabbering on about. Figured it was a good time for me to just come walking on in. You see him holding a torch. He kind of steps forward. He looks right at you, Kiki. So
I have my hand axes out. Actually, I'll take my guitar out.
Okay, how about nah, dog? Just
Yeah, hold up. I'm sure there is a peaceful way to resolve this.
Oh, let's see it.
And
Let's hear
what's
it.
that? Yeah.
Okay, one thing. I'm gonna say this in Knoll. So everybody just pretend you don't understand anything I'm saying, please. You're like almost free. Like why? And you're also laying blame on the wrong guy.
What the fuck is dang? What the fuck?
You see like now that he's entered under the dim light, a scimitar is kind of behind his back that he's trying to hide, but he's not hiding it. You see him look at you and then respond back in Knoll. I lost someone. We needed to do stuff after this. He was my brother. And now after this?
I'm not saying you didn't lose someone. I'm just saying Kiki was if I murdered someone, if I murdered him with a sword, would you kill the sword or would you kill me?
Kind of stares at you.
You goddamn hypotheticals.
Give me a
whatever he
diplomacy
said.
check.
Kiki was used
Give me
by
diplomacy.
a Langrood. Thank God I'm trained in
Why is the knoll doing that in the hypothetical?
You guys know what a hyena is? No. What the fuck are you doing?
Nobody knows what fucking hyena is.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, I
just-
perfectly understand this hypothetical.
He looks at you. I guess I am close to my freedom. Fucking pisses me off though.
Yeah, but once you get your freedom, you're free to target the person who really killed him. The person that, decided to tell Kiki and his idiot-filled mind decided to listen.
I'll just kill him after my freedom. That sounds like a pretty good idea, too.
Could you kill him after I use him to get my freedom?
He just kind of looks at you. Give me another diplomacy check. We'll see about that. And as he says that, you see him grip his scimitar, and almost like with the grip of his teeth in his mouth straining, he just kind of turns, gritting his teeth. He opens the door. We're done here. We're ready for tomorrow. See him walk out.
Kiki, what have you learned? Ah, fuck, I said that all null. None of you understood what just happened.
Yeah, well, it seemed to work.
You just fucking barked at him a couple times. So
I heard some barks and some yipes.
You howled.
Okay,
Y'all howled
motherfuckers.
together at the end. That was beautiful. I'm sorry.
Do you want to get suplexed? I'll suplex you right now.
oh, okay. Now we got our old no back.
I'd actually want to see the logistics
It's a suplexing
Being
a
suplexing?
7-inch.
Okay.
of him
alright.
with the tiny little. So
We got
small.
shit to do tomorrow.
A thumb war.
That's what you should take from this. Is when some pretty fucking lady orders you to kill someone in the middle of the fucking day.
Look, okay. Let me. Who would you rather gain favor with? That hyena or the lady that controls this whole municipality of
He doesn't
slavers?
control it.
Hey, I wasn't there.
Related-
But I've seen.
Well, to be honest, you can't blame him. I would have done exactly the same thing.
We are
woman is
stuck.
powerful.
We are stuck on this peninsula of slavers. Why? We have to play dirty, okay? We have to.
Powers over you. She had no powers over us.
She does.
No, she
Okay,
doesn't.
and okay.
Person
Well,
who
the next
owns us
time we
is a
see
fat
her,
bitch.
next time we see her, you can go try to kill her.
It's
and-
okay. You just alienate a guy that we're gonna have to fight to the death side by side with in the arena.
Look, friend. Okay, we're all in this together. So
Obviously not, because if that bitch would have been like, "Hey, fucking stab Inslee," you would have fucking.
we.
Well, I just wouldn't got stabbed. Me personally. I wouldn't.
Look, what?
It doesn't help you with the trust issues when like some lady's just like, "Kill that guy," and you're like, "Do it."
The draw of a woman is very powerful.
From the
Okay?
very
I've got-
beginning,
Blame him.
this was a life or death situation. Okay, if we ever tried to escape at any point, we'd be 6 feet under. Okay, don't blame me for trying to get 2 steps ahead.
Now, as you guys sit here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You guys can go on. Sorry. All I was going to say is that you guys are here for a few hours. You guys are basically preparing for sleep, getting ready for the next morning. Is there anything you guys want to talk about or anything before or go over or whatever?
No, I don't think so. I mean, not for me anyway.
So you guys spend about 4 hours. Some of you maybe falling asleep, starting to become restful. Some of you maybe sitting up, eager for the next morning. It becomes about 4 a.m. You guys start feeling that, morning's coming. You've been in your chambers and in your cells for quite some time. You wait a few moments, and then you start hearing movement. You've heard movement above ground before, knowing that it's signifying the day started and that the markets for the Langroot estate are opening and that the whole estate, though it's like a small town, is becoming alive. But you guys wait a second and you just know that this is early. Like 2, maybe 3 a.m. This is very early for a lot of kind of footsteps. You wait a little bit longer, maybe another 15, 20 minutes go by. And then you wait, and then you finally hear the door opens up. You see about 4 guards immediately come rushing in. Quick! The yard's been compromised. You see Maul making his way around the corner as he steps in. Whoops. He closes the door. I'm only going to say this once. The estate is under attack. We thought we were prepared, and we were not. We had about 50 guard on the estate, and we're only down to maybe a few handful now. In the middle of the night, right after we brought you in, we know that there were certain assailants that snuck in to the living quarters of Olamir the vet and some of the others, and have captured them and are holding them somewhere, we believe, in the main estate. All that we know is that they are still alive, at least for now. We're going to need to figure out how to get them back. No one's going to come and save us. For all I know, once we leave this prison cell, there's going to be individuals waiting for us. They're cloaked, and it is dark out there. We must be prepared. Get any of your armor and anything that you must take, as this is life or death. This is not a training regiment. This is the real deal. You see, as he kind of stands forward, looking with a very serious tone, we are going to fight, and we are going to fight together, whether we like it or not. We need to figure out how to get to the family and save them as fast as we can. If we do not do so quickly and gain control again of the estate and close the gates, we are just going to lose the entire estate. Is that understood? You see, he starts motioning to the guard. The door opens. You see them start scurrying around very quickly. You hear rummaging and movement around as they all start preparing. You hear, "The door's clear. We're still able to make it out, at least for now. We need to go, Emil." He looks at you all. You are some of the strongest ones we have, next to myself and Esten. We need to prepare. I've already gathered Esten, and they are waiting up above. They are looking. They already are on a mission. I came to you knowing that we needed more bodies. We must find the family members. Secure the estate. We must go. He quickly turns and he starts running out. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
No.
We'll pick up next week with you guys. No, you do not level. No. We'll pick up next week with you guys basically deciphering and figuring out what's going on at the estate. And whatever this attack or evasion that's going on is happening right before the Coliseum and the elections. So we'll pick up there next week, guys. And actually, next week.
Thank you a lot, man.
All right, thank you very much for running this, Rennoc.
Yeah.
Can
stuff, guys.
you